How much of our wardrobe do we really use? Are we really aware of the impact the clothing industry has on the environment? That people, real people, actually are losing their lives because of the hazards of the production environment and also are suffering extremely unhealthy working hours in the industry producing our clothes. That sweater, which I was really craving so much, would I really be craving it as much if I knew the consequences the production chain of making it would have on the environment?
Here are some horrifying facts about the clothing and textile industry. The emissions from the clothing industry are only beaten by the emissions of the petrochemical industry. The overconsumption of clothes are reached by new heights because of the e-commerce.
Cotton, which is a very common material in clothes, drains the soul of nutrition. Still, the usage of the cotton fibers is ever increasing. Consumer polls have shown that 72% of the clothes that we are buying will not be needed or used. In 2017, each person in Sweden bought clothes for a net worth of 13 kilos and threw away amounting of 8 kilos.
In all, 80.5 million kilos of clothes were fired into heat plants every year. 1 kilo of cotton takes 29 cubic meters of water to produce. The working conditions are awful in the cotton fields. The pesticides of the cotton fields causes the death of about 40,000 people a year. Each kilo is produced cotton fabric is emission of the environment to up to 23 kilos of greenhouse gases.
H&M is a Swedish company that is in the top of the clothing industry all around the world. Their clothing production is something we don't really speak about. Women who works in Bangladesh and China 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, earns around €1 an hour. Being such a big company as H&M, it's very important with a production that is environmentally good.
When our clothes rip or are too small, most of us throw them away. In Sweden, we often consume with carelessness. We don't think about the environment before we buy an item. It's also common that we buy more than we need. The throwing away of clothes is causing negative consequences for the environment. We can't keep this waste resources up any further. A better option would be to sending clothes to people that need them and live in poverty. That way we can reuse the material of the clothes and be saving the environment.
Another way to save could also be the reuse of fibers. We can leave our old clothes to a factory which would make them into new clothes again, recycling the fibers. The gain from recycling could be reinvesting in salary increase to those working within the textile and clothing industry in low-income countries. Recycling of fibers would also minimize the water in the industry. Today, some Swedish e-commerce businesses are climate compensating their shipping and handling of merchandise. This is also a step into a more eco-friendly clothing industry.
H&M wants to change their fabric industry in a more climate-friendly way. They want to use recycled materials like we suggested before and become a more sustainable environment until the year 2030. However, the working environment of the employees is the part of the bundle.